Welcome, welcome. We're back with Cooking with Lindsay. And we are on episode 4 of the Summer Dinner Rhythm series. Tonight is McLyndsay. Please enter your own surname. So what is a Summer Dinner Rhythm? It is a system I created to help bring organized dinners to the table with the summer lifestyle in mind, because during summer, routine kind of gets lost, and therefore dinner is kind of low. We forget about it, it gets low on the priority list, and I want to help make that not happen, because it's not just about the home cooked meals, how they're just so much more nourishing than takeout and other places. Although there are some very responsible places, I don't want to say that, but it's also incredibly calming and incredible time for a connection. I always just say, summertime, the days are longer, and even our kids are out of school, so they don't have to worry about homework and stuff. It's just such a time where we can really have a whole home cooked dinner experience, and the experience is different when you cook the dinner at home. Everybody just treats it differently. It's not like takeout. So there's just lots of great things about cooking at home. But I get it. We're busy, I understand. So that's why I wanted to help provide with the execution. So I'm going through the system in real time this week. I started on Sunday and we're here on Wednesday. And just so you guys know, I'm right there with you. I was at work all day. I'm at an office desk job. I think some people might still think I'm training or doing this, but I'm not. I'm ordering, I'm creating POs for aluminum, and I'm setting up, plating quotes. I'm sitting at a desk all day long in front of a computer. So, which, because of my background in fitness and nutrition, and because I understand the lifestyle of sitting at a desk, it's really helped me. It gives me this unique background, which has really helped me to develop tools now that can help support I don't want to say average American, but just the working professional, I suppose. So, without further ado, tonight is McLyndsay. And McLyndsay, so every day has a theme. A theme is such a good idea to have in a system, because first of all, themes are fun. Themes provide direction. Themes provide organization. Themes help limit your decisions. One of the battles of cooking at home, it's not so much actually preparing, it's just deciding what to make. So when you have a theme, you're already limited, because you know what foods go with the theme, and and once you start understanding what foods go with the theme, you get used to preparing them, and it's going to start providing some consistency and familiarity, going to provide some structure. Then once you have the structure and then you can start being creative, and you'd be surprised. I always just think about cooking just like my wardrobe, you could have 10 different articles of clothing and make 100 different outfits. And you can do the same with cooking. It doesn't have to be crazy. I always think, I think sometimes, back in the day, they only had maybe 5 different meals. They had meatloaf, spaghetti, I don't know, pizza or something. But here we have so much. But anyway, sorry. Let's get back. So Monday we have Mediterranean Monday, Tuesday we had Taco Tuesday, and today is McLyndsay. I created today, the idea is burgers and fries, because I really wanted to do something that really was grill friendly, because I wanted to encourage the grill, which yesterday you could have done the grill, and I thought I was going to go out to the grill today, but with the rain and everything, and just starting getting back into this and everything, I don't know. I just have to get a comfort level, but that will come. So the idea of burgers and fries, and you can do any kinds of burgers and fries. There's so many different varieties, but we've already started preparing ours yesterday, and because that's part of the flow, you do a little bit of prep the night before just to kind of help help get you all ready and forward momentum, help you get comfortable. And what's cool about the system is you see it's like heavier during like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it starts like trailing off, and you'll see. So anyway, so let's just get started. So I gotta pull some stuff from my fridge because I really wanted to do this in like real time, because everything is in real time. I'm doing this, everything I'm doing is on camera. So let me pull the stuff out of my fridge. We have, just a recap, these were fries. I'm doing regular russet potato fries because I love them. You can do any kind of fries. But anyway, so these are russet potato fries. We soaked them in salt water. I put them in the fridge. I find this helps when you give them a longer soak. This helps with not only reducing the air frying time, so we're putting them in the air fryer. We're not going to use regular fryer, of course. But it also kind of provides them to be, I think it's crispier. However, I get it, like you might not have refrigerator space, so this is just something you can do like once you get home. Even if you just have 30 minutes to do this, this is fine. So all this is water and salt with my russet potato chopped up like fries. I'm gonna go ahead and drain it because we need these fries to be dry before we get them crispy, because moisture is the enemy of crispness. All the Food Network people are kitchen people I adore, I watch. So I do a lot of ghetto things on this. I used, like yesterday, I don't know, it was ghetto. I don't know. I don't know, ghetto or maybe just smart, maybe resourceful. Because yesterday when I was preparing the salmon burgers, I just peeled off the skin with my hand. And normally you're supposed to do that with a knife, which I do have. You need to have a special knife. I do have a special knife. I just haven't practiced it enough, and I don't know, I guess I just kind of got used to just using my hands. It just seemed like it worked really well. But first, wait. Hi Dan, hi Craig, thank you guys for joining me. All right, I appreciate it. It helps so much when I have people watching. I never really had that many people watching when I did this a few years ago. And I think it's my own fault because I wasn't as confident as I am now. And I wasn't as calm as I am now. So I think it shows a level of growth. And also yesterday's prep and everything was crazy. I thought I did such a bad job, and I watched it over and I was like, you know what? That was a lot of cognitive thinking that I had to do. And my day yesterday at work was crazy. So anyway, enough about me. But it is McLyndsay night, so everything about me. No, like I said, insert your own name. All right, so I want those to dry. All right, I'm going back into the fridge, and I'm going to grab some other stuff. I'm going to grab my salmon burgers. Something I neglected to say to you guys, I messed up a little bit, but not really because it still turned out. But on Mediterranean Monday, we did a tuna steak, and we seared it. It is helpful to let your meat come to room temperature before you sear it. It's supposed to like help. I didn't do that. But anyway, we got these salmon burgers here. I got 2 of them. So I had made, they're very delicate. There we are. Regular salmon, and I cannot look at these that much because they have like those lipo flakes, which I have like this weird, I don't know what kind of thing it is where you see a lot of like bumps in places. But anyway, it looks good. But I made 5, and I already froze like 3 of them because I know, where's the olive man? My brother, obsessed with the olives. Denim dress, because I am dressing for seams, and it's like American night, and what's more American than denim? So I gotta like change it up. Anyway, and I've been wearing a lot of like shorts and everything, and why not try to do a little bit of beaver cleaver, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and put my air fryer on. So I have an air fryer in my oven, which I thought was so cool when I bought it because I don't have a lot of counter space. I don't like a lot of clutter at all. And I got rid of my portable air fryer. I wish I didn't do that though, because the portable air fryers, they do cook differently. I mean, this still works, but I don't know, I just miss my portable one anyway. But I'm gonna get that going. It's at 400 degrees. And I am going to come back to that bowl that I soaked them with. I'm going to dry it real fast. Because I'm just going to put the fries back in here. And then I'm going to coat them with, but we want them to be really dry. It's interesting, some of these got a little bit brown, which is not normal for me. I've never had this happen before, and I like freaked out, but I guess it's normally the oxidative process. Like, I've never had that. And this is like on repeat. I eat this on repeat. I love French fries. I love French fries so much. Like, I mean, if I was to go to an island and they had to choose like two foods, like mine, I don't know. Like, I go back and forth because I love bananas too, and I love like almond butter, and I think that combination is amazing. Then I love avocados and mango, but then I love French fries and ketchup. I don't know. What would you guys do if you guys were like in an island and two foods to go together? Like, what would you choose? Those would be mine: the French fries and ketchup, mangoes and avocados, and then bananas and almond butter. Ugh, man, I could live off that stuff. Or I would even do tahini. I talked to you guys about tahini before. I love tahini. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a light coat. They're pretty dry, and you'll see how, like, I showed you guys yesterday how you see how, like, this is I don't want to say it, but you see how, like, it starts, like, it's soft now, so it's lost a lot of the starch, so that's good. So the idea, what happened was with these fries, when I would coat them, I would always soak them in salt and water, which you can do 30 minutes is fine. Then one night I like had soaked them, and I was just like, oh, so tired, I feel like eating them, and so I put them in the fridge, and the next day I realized, I was like, oh my god, they like cooked faster, and I felt they're crispier. And then I watched a show, and they said something about how when they want stuff fried, they soak it for like a day or two, and I was like, okay, maybe I like stumbled into something, but it's really not necessary, especially if you have a really full fridge, which I don't know how families do it, because my fridge is like full and it's only me. Like, how do you guys do it? How do you guys have one fridge per family? Like, I don't know. You gotta have two. Like, I mean, you just have to. There's no way. I don't know. What do you guys do? Oh, then address. Go, Liz. Thanks. Thanks. I don't know. This thing is like slow connection or something, which is really weird. It's not like I'm in the farm or whatever. So I'm gonna put these in my Food Lion kosher salt. So I'm gonna put these on the tray. Again, whenever you want to crisp something, you want to give some space for some air circulation. Give them some room. Give them some room to breathe. It's just like if you ever like hang your clothes, like when you do laundry and hang your clothes, like if you put them on together, they like take forever to dry. It's the same kind of concept. I have a lot of analogies. I don't like how some of this potato got brown. I don't know what's happened with that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put these in my air fryer. And I'm actually not going to put a timer, and I'm just going to start using the smell test. Do you guys use the smell test? I always use the smell test. I've been using it a lot here, and it seems to be working. So the idea with the cooking flow, by the way, is we always start with the thing that's going to take the longest to cook, and these will take the longest to cook. So I'm just going by the flow in the PDF I created to go along with the system. Again, like the system, this isn't what you would do every week. The idea is you would stay with the theme, but then use different ingredients over time. But anyway, that's not important right now. Okay, so now we're going to go into something that's going to take medium length cooking time. So we are going to, yesterday for our prep, we just peeled some summer squash and zucchini. I made sure to, and we just did this with a vegetable peeler. These nice like thin peels. They're so elegant looking. And I just want to soften a little bit. You actually could soften them a little bit just by like adding salt and letting them rest. But I'm going to put them on a pan. Yeah, I'm going to put them on that pan. And then I'm just going to add just a little bit of water and just going to soften up a little bit because I want them to be soft. You could actually keep them crunchy if you want. Actually, that might even provide like some nice texture. So this might not even be a useful step, but we're going to do it anyway because this is how I did it. So it's just a little bit. It's just a little bit of water. Yeah, I mean, you know, when you add vegetables to a pan and say that your aim is just to soften them, you don't always have to add oil, okay? Sometimes you just add a little bit of water. So that's how we're doing it. Because I did test it. I did test it by just adding the salt, letting that rest, and then doing this. And I was like, this is just a little bit faster because then when you add the salt and it, like, what happens, the water, like, comes out, but then you gotta pat it dry and, you know, just more paper towels, like, you know? So we're just gonna let that cook. All right, let me get that medium heat. Okay. All right, now we're gonna move on to the sauces. We always have, like, sauces. I mean, sauces and dressings, like, is, like, what makes so many different dishes, right? Okay, so we're gonna do a ketchup to go with the French fries, but we're gonna kind of, you know, shush it up. I don't know, shush it up, sexy it up, whatever. And we're gonna add gochujang, which, by the way, on Monday I thought I was adding harissa, and I realized I added my gochujang. I don't know if you guys are familiar with gochujang. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. It's a Korean paste. It has an amazing flavor profile. It's like sweet and savory and umami and like acidic. I don't know. It's just, I discovered it maybe like a handful of years ago, and I do buy mine online. And could I even tell you what this brand is? I don't know, because I had one before. Because I always look at the ingredients, because not all gochujang is made the same, and that's the way with all Asian condiments. At least that's what I found. But this just has, I'll read the ingredients: red pepper powder, Korean soy sauce, allulose, fish sauce, purified water, and soybean powder. So it's not bad, and it's cool. Like, I don't know, it's really good, and a little bit goes a long way. It's worth it to spend the extra money on a good quality one, as always. All right, so we're gonna add it to some ketchup. So I keep my ketchup room temperature. I mean, I love, wasn't it like, where was it that we would go to and they always had like the Heinz ketchup bottle on the table, and we're like, that was the best. Can't remember, was it Waffle House? There was somewhere where we'd go and they had a ketchup at room, like, and it was just so good. And I really believe the reason was because it didn't come out cold. I know, like, a lot of tomatoes, what happens is when you put them in the fridge, the taste just, you lose the flavor. That's why yesterday when we did Taco Tuesday, we didn't do the sauce of the day before. We did it the day of. And so, yeah, I just prefer to keep my ketchup room temperature. I saw a chef, again, I know, I'm realizing I'm like sharing how much Food Network stuff I watch, but I haven't really watched that much lately. But it was, I think it was, I forget, it was another chef that does this as well. And I was like, okay. And honestly, I go through a lot of ketchup. I love ketchup. It's my favorite. Remember, it's my 1-2 for going to the island, so I love it. But yeah, we're just gonna elevate this ketchup, and we're just gonna add a little bit of gochujang and make it like different. And this is really simple. Just some ketchup. I'll probably use a lot more than that. And a little bit of this. Let me put I gotta open up my window for a little bit. I don't have the best venting system here. Like I was saying yesterday, my smoke alarm goes off very easily. One day, I will have my chef's kitchen. Okay, like I said, a little bit will go a long way. So this is a nice spicy element. And it's something different. Yep. Wow. Oh, and that, like, it like, you know, it's one of those flavors that kind of just keeps coming and coming, you know, but it's not harsh. But again, just use a little bit, very tiny bit, very concentrated, and this is going to last me a long time, so I can always share with you guys which one I use. Wow. Okay, let me go over here for a second to, because I can hear it bubbling, so I'm just going to mix it around. It's just easier to use tongs when I'm mixing together, which I'm calling peels. I don't really, you know, there's no like name for these. That's just what I'm calling them. Just to kind of soften them up a little bit. All right, cool. All right, now we're going to move on to, we're going to make a mayo. We're going to make, I just need to look at my recipe here, see what I did on here to go by it, all right, so lemon herb mayo. All right, so I use avocado mayo. Again, I get this from Costco. Yeah, do you guys use this one? It's really good. I don't mind it at all. I have tried to make homemade mayo, because honestly mayo is just egg yolks and extra virgin olive oil, but I don't know. It's a lot of work. It's just for me, if I can find a product that like I'm okay with, and because it's not like it keeps, it's not just like it's, like the color is different, but it's one of those things like you have to, like you have to either enjoy then or a couple of days, and it's raw egg yolk, you know, it's not like you can keep it, so it just doesn't make sense. So avocado mayo. All right, we're gonna do, let me get another clear bowl. I think actually these are about done now. All right, I'm just going to show you guys this. So it's just like a little soft. I mean, it's cool, like especially like if you look at this, doesn't it kind of look like pasta? I don't know. It definitely does. Okay, but we need to drain it because we don't want all this water. So I'm going to get a strainer. To do this over the sink. I know. I do so much over the sink, and I just have to like share with you guys like what I'm doing. But honestly, I don't know if I'd really want you to see everything I'm doing over here. I get to hide a lot. But I do pride myself on keeping a organized kitchen. It's very important. But I understand it might be easier for me. Okay, so that is just going to dry. All right, I'll put those there. Okay, back to the mayo. Get my clear bowl. But I swear, I've organized my cabinets like 10 times. I think right now I have something good, and I'm very happy with what I have right now, but I'm ready to expand. I'm ready for more space. But anyway, all right, so if you're just joining us, we've already made our gochujang ketchup, which is a matter of adding a little bit of gochujang that's so perfect, powerful, to some ketchup. I have my fries inside the air fryer, and I just made, I don't want to say I made them limp, but I made the zucchini and summer squash peels. I just wanted to soften them. We peeled those yesterday, and now I'm making a lemon herb mayo. I also talk a lot with my hands. So, all right, I realized. I don't know why I do that. All right, so let's just do some. We're using avocado mayo. You could also do Greek yogurt. Would be fabulous for this recipe. I'm working on, do you see that? It's powerful. I am working on seeing if I can have things like Greek yogurt, because I was vegan for many years, and one of the reasons was because I found out I was intolerant to lactose, and I had really bad skin and everything. So I'm trying to see if I can have it now. I'm testing it out, but I'm not sure it's really working for me. It just comes up on my skin like right away. So, but if you can tolerate Greek yogurt, this would be great in here because, you know, this avocado mayo is fatty, and tonight it's salmon burgers, and that's fatty as well. So a nice Greek yogurt, especially too, the way the Greek yogurt's got like that kind of acidity, would be very, very nice. So feel free to do that. Okay, and we're gonna do some lemon. So we got some avocado mayo, a little bit of Dijon mustard, and now we're gonna do some lemon zest. So let me find my microplane and the drawer. Don't you love that? I hate that. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Do you guys know what I could do with that drawer? Or maybe it's just gonna be part of the. Maybe it's just gonna be part of the charade. We'll give it a name or something. But I just like cringe whenever I hear it. I don't know. I should be used to it by now. All right, so we're gonna zest some lemon in it. Lemon zest has, I don't know if you guys have heard, it has all the flavor. And you gotta hit it because things get trapped in a microplane. So this is a microplane. I don't assume like you guys know anything. So I hope I'm not insulting anybody. I'm just, you know, I just would rather somebody point something out than, because I didn't know a lot of this stuff until maybe, I don't know. I mean, I taught everything myself. Me and good Chefs of Food Network. And I never got into YouTube though, like for learning about food. I love watching David Chang though on Netflix now. He's the reason why I came back to doing cooking lives, because he does cooking lives on Netflix, and seeing him and watching him, and he's so humble about stuff, like when he messes up, or even just seeing him and the way he does things, it just made me feel so good. Because when I did cooking lives a few years ago, I was comparing myself to like when you see videos and everything's so perfect, and I definitely wasn't. But yeah, so anyway, he just made me feel good about messing up, and like it's okay, because I would rather do lives than film myself, because when I film myself it's just overhead and it's boring. Okay, so I'm adding lemon zest, and I'm actually gonna add a little bit of lemon juice too, because once you zest your lemon and you put it back in the fridge, it's like, you know, it kind of like gets bad or something, or it gets lost, or like you never use it. This one does have seeds, so I'm going to use my squeezer for this one. If it didn't have seeds, I would just use my hands. I've tried to be cool before and do like tongs. That's what Michael Simons does. That's a lot of juice. Oh, fresh lemon. Just smells so fresh and so good. All right. I finally moved my trash can over here, so I'm not taking up like all this time. I'm just going to put this over here. And I made it very thin. If you ever over thin stuff, you can just add more of the thick stuff, which was the mayo. Yeah, I mean that made it really thin. I might actually have to add more mayo because that is a little bit more thinner than I want it to be. I like my sauces like thick. Let me see if that's gonna go. I feel like I'm missing some comments because Jimmy said LOL, and I don't know what he's laughing at. Oh, the olives probably. Okay, so now it's a nice thick consistency. I mean, you don't have to, if you see clumps and you don't like them, then you can, because you can add like a whisk or a fork or something. That's not bad. And actually, I probably, all right, I do, let me see if I can mix the clumps, because I'm not sure I like them. Crazy when you see clumps I think you need to add more, but sometimes it's just about breaking them down. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. All right. Let's run this off really quick. All right, the last thing we need to do for this one is to add, we're gonna add some fresh dill. Let me put this right here. Yesterday I thought I was placing everything so that you guys could see it, but like it wasn't. In the background. All right, let's put this over here. Is there anything left? Yeah, got some left. Oh, it looks so pretty. That's actually a really great finishing technique to like finish off with the lemon zest. Like if you're ever doing this for other people and you need like that curb appeal, that looks like really pretty. It's like the gold flecks. Anyway, that's not important. I always clean all like. All right, so this is. It smells so good. From my herb, my own herbs that I grew on my patio. If you're a little bit timid about growing anything, I suggest start with herbs. Get yourself some containers. Containers are important. I'm using terracotta colored pots. For my soft herbs, I use plastic, but for my hard herbs, I use the terracotta, like the real clay, which took me like 3 or 4 times to go to Home Depot to get the ones I wanted because I had them shipped at one place and they cracked, and then I had to get another one. But yeah, oh my gosh, it's just like give them some good potting soil, plant them, grow them. It's like there's no weeds to pull. You just gotta like water them, look at them, talk to them, make them feel good. I don't know. It's easy. All right, so we got our dill. I probably want to use more than that. I'm just gonna start putting more in there. They say to give because dill, like, you need to release the oils in dill, so you want it just hand tear. You also want to give them a little rough chop. I probably didn't need to do as much as I did. I think I just got a little bit overly excited about talking about herbs. Like sometimes I'll look back, I'm like, oh, why did I do that? I would never do that. Okay. All right, let me add a little bit of salt just to help get these oils out of here. You want to taste them, but regardless, I'm going to finish off with some more dill anyway. And at this point, okay, oh, and then pepper too. I was going to say, at this point, I should check what's on here. And see, look at that. I'm good. It looks like they're ready. So I'm going to get these potatoes, like the way they're done is when they start. Oh man, I almost missed it. I got it perfectly. Like any longer and they would have been horrible. But you see, you want that nice brown. And what time did I put these in? I don't know, but it didn't take that long. But if I had so you do get just the extra benefit when you soak them. It doesn't take as long, but honestly, you'll be totally fine if you just do 30-minute soak. Because I know you guys, everybody's limited on refrigerator space. I seriously do. How do they do it in other countries when their refrigerators are like this big? I don't get it. What was I gonna do? We mix this. Mix the herb. I was gonna do something. I think I was just gonna check on that, to be honest. Oh, pepper. That's right. I'm using white pepper. This is a new thing in my kitchen. It's mainly a look thing. If you guys have black pepper, you can use that, or you don't have to use it all. I also white pepper, you know, it never gets, I like the way it looks, I like the way it tastes, and I like that it doesn't get stuck in your teeth. So, but that is new. And all my peppers, I do peppercorns. You just get much more flavor from them. Much more flavor, like much more. It's just, you get that actual, like pepper is supposed to have this like kick to it, this spice, which you don't get from ground pepper. So make sure you get some of that. You can just buy jars from, you know, well, get anything from Amazon these days, right? All right, so we got our fries are ready. Our mayo is ready. Our gochujang ketchup. And we got our peels ready, and I think all we got to do now is cook the burgers. Oh my God, what am I gonna do when I cook them? But honestly, these won't take that long. I need to go back to my flow. Where's my plan? Okay, all right. I'm gonna go rinse my knife off because it's got stuff on it. I don't want it to stick. It's very important. Whenever you use your knife, you want to clean it right away. All right, I'm just going to do a little cleanup here because before I plate anything, I have to clean up. It's something that it's actually it's called mise en place, I believe. It's a thing that they teach in cooking school, which I've never been to, but I mean, I did take one class, like online, but they teach you to have everything clean. I'm just like that way naturally though, because I don't know. For me, the whole plating experience is also, it's something about it. It's a thing. It's a thing, you know, when you made all this stuff and you have time to assemble it and you put it together and you put it together with your hands. It's part of the experience. It's cool. It's a real cool thing. All right. Let me get my glove. All right. I'm going to get this pan going. I'm just going to do medium heat. So these salmon burgers are, you know, salmon burgers are so delicate. We added something called ground lupin. Lupin is a bean, extremely high in fiber. So it was like a fourth a cup of this ground lupin was 14 grams of carbs and 13 grams of fiber, and then was it 14 grams of protein? So it was like equal protein and carbs. It's crazy, but it makes a good binder, but it's still going to be very delicate. So now what I did yesterday, I actually didn't add any salt to the burgers. Sometimes salt draws out moisture, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some salt like before I actually cook them. Just going to cook them on medium heat. All right, while I'm doing that, I'm just going to rinse and I'm going to put that over there. Let's see. Make sure that gets cooked. I can start kind of assembling a little bit of, actually I'll need this salt more. This is when you start cleaning up, okay? You start cleaning up because the last thing you want to do is have this full meal ready and then have this completely messy kitchen. Nobody wants that. But there is something else I want to have. So you can do, you know, regular burger buns or whatever like that, but I'm going to do lettuce. So I have this head of iceberg lettuce, and I'm going to show you guys, take it down there, like right where this is, take that out and then pull it out. That's the best way to do it. And I'm going to, looks like some outer layers. I don't like the way they look, so I'm just going to throw this away. I'm going to place it on. I'm going to put my fan on a little bit because, like I said, I kind of have a very sensitive thing. I don't know if you guys have it, but my stove burners, they cook differently. So anyway, all right. let's say a prayer. Now, this should be fine. It's just salmon burgers are very delicate. And like I said, I only added these this ground loop into it to bind them together. But when it cooks, it's gonna come together. So. And I didn't add salt. I'm going to add it to the top of it. I'm going to keep this. Alright, so I'm just going to do some of that over top. Alright, so we just want a nice like sear on the outside. Alright, so for my wrap, I think usually I'll just cut this in half, you know, because I'm not going to use the whole head. And what I'll do is I'll like wrap the other half in like plastic wrap, and I'll use it like tomorrow or something like that. So it's really just half of it. Oh my God, we're kind of already waiting. I knew this was going to be shorter than yesterday. And you just can't see that. You see. Keep moving it back. Alright, so I like to find just, let's see what I got here. And that looks pretty good. I might need my knife again. Yeah. Just some section that has like some coverage. That looks good. That's nice and big, and cut off that. I might try to add another layer there. So actually I have a bunch of lettuce left over that I need to wrap up, or just put in a Ziploc bag. You can do that too. Alright, so we got, let's see if I can do it. I don't like the way that looks. Alright. Actually, I don't need this anymore. Alright, let's see what's going on in here. So I'm going to be turning my this is like the third fish turner I've used on the series. I have 3 of these. I just think they're great. They're so thin, and I use them for omelets, everything. I just love them. Because I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is like a standard beveled spatula. Like, look at the differences. Look how much better this is. It's thinner. How much more precision you have, and yeah. Sorry. I love all my kitchen tools. I do. I have a lot of them. All right. I can already tell, like, the brown side. It is still sticking a little bit, so I'll give it a little bit longer, but it could. I mean, it's still pulling at me. It doesn't like me. I'm going to add fries to my plate. So, if like you guys are like, you know, say you didn't really do anything today, and you kind of just like, you know, you didn't really do anything physical activity wise, you just kind of sat around or something, no judgment, and you're just like, you're not like that hungry, then, you know, you could swap. You don't have to do the fries. That's when you have to start learning how to personalize your plate. We made green beans, blanched green beans. We have a whole, let me show you. A whole, like, you know, sack of, like, green beans, blanched green beans. Put these on the side. I always eat greens with my hands, I know. Put these on the side instead, you know, because the salmon burger is really fatty. You know, fatty and carbs, it's a heavy meal. But a lot of times, like, you know, by time Wednesday, you know, I mean, you just, maybe you've been more active and stuff. You just got to monitor it, okay? So if you haven't had a huge day, you're not like, you know, you haven't done a lot of activity, then maybe stick with a lighter green than the than the French fries, because then you really will just want to pass out. Which I guess isn't a bad thing. But, and I guess I should say I'm not a nutritionist, but I guess I should add that too. But I just want you to know salmon burgers are, you know, they've got like that, and we're adding some mayo to them too, so they have stuff. Alright, so what we're going to do with the gochujang, so what you can do, you can always add vinegar to your fries if you want to. It's going to throw off, like, I love adding my apple cider vinegar. You know, I'm from Maryland, so we are like Thrasher's French fries, and I just love putting lots of vinegar, lots of salt on them, you know. I'm going to got a lot of presentation kind of stuff. I'm gonna add put my ketchup in this little container right here. Yeah, you don't have to do all this. There is that drawer that I love. This is gochujang ketchup, nice and spicy. Gochujang, if you're not acquainted with it and you do like spice, I highly recommend you try it. I'm gonna add these later. Okay. I'm just cooking up the salmon burgers. Yes, we're already plating for McLyndsay. McLyndsay is all about burgers and fries. You know, these are just ideas I'm showing out this week, and I may be coming back throughout the whole summer. Not every day, but I'm thinking, yeah, to help support the system, to help give ideas, and to help, you know, whatever. So the burgers should be almost ready. I'm going to make sure I have all my ingredients. So we're going to do the iceberg lettuce. We're going to be doing iceberg lettuce. You can use burger buns if you want. However, salmon burgers are, you know, very fatty. But we got salmon burger. I'm going to do my zucchini. I got my pickled red onions that's coming back. Okay, I got everything. Almost done. While I'm waiting though, I'm going to wrap up my iceberg lettuce. This is one of the best inventions like I've ever had. It's this plastic thing that holds your plastic wrap, and it's just, you're able to pull it out, and then it's just the cleanest thing. And you just go like this, and it's voila! It's so awesome. I found this at Costco. I know, surprise, surprise. But you can probably find it somewhere else. But it just helps, because I can never get that plastic wrap like good. You know, I just can never like get it clean. And I'll put those, and I'll save those for tomorrow or something. Alright, I believe these are ready. Oh my god, it's almost 7 o'clock. I'm like, oh, today's only going to be 30 minutes. It's because I coffee so much. Okay, that looks good. Alright, see how they turned out? Looks good, right? And you know, it stayed together. Okay. I wish I could hear you guys. It's like the hardest thing, like, let me turn this off. I don't know if there's a way that I can like tune you in. That would be awesome. Maybe one day. Okay. All right, now we're ready to top our burger. We are going to, what do we have? Zucchini ribbons? Okay, that's interesting. I'm actually going to do my mayo first, because a lot of times the sauces, you know, they act as glue. This is gonna be dripping off the side. Okay, you guys can see that. Yeah, because this is really, I did it really thin. I guess maybe I would like it a little bit thicker, but who knows? Maybe this will be nice. I've never actually tried it like this. Okay, so now we have our, this is just, all we did was take zucchini and summer squash, and we veggie peeled it. Oh, God, doesn't it look good? Oh my God. Got Make sure you guys see it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Like, this is like the way this looks. Like, oh my God, just everything you want on the side. It's so pretty. And you could put on the side if you wanted to. But what that is we took a veggie peel and we slice it thin and we just add a little bit of water to soften it. And now the last thing we're going to do, these are pickled red onions we did on Sunday, so we're using them all week long. And they are just so beautiful. Oh my God, this pop of pink. And you are going to be able to use these all month long. Actually, to be honest, I use pickled onion, like my pickled stuff, like for months. It's crazy. And you are going to want to add the pickled because it's going to help cut through all the fattiness of, oh yeah, I could actually add more sauce, but that's good for now. And is this the final look? I gotta top it with some extra dill because the dill has this wonderful, I need to dry my hands real quick because this is not going to come off right. But yeah, you're going to want to have that pickled red onion because it's just going to help cut through the heaviness or thickness or the, I don't know if I can think of the right word right now. Yeah. And see, by adding that fresh dill on top, it's like it adds that aroma. I kind of went a little too crazy. Okay, I need to edit some of this. Okay, this is what, by the way, this is what, when you see all those beautiful perfect photos of all those, everybody food styling, I mean, it's like, they literally do this kind of stuff. Anyway, but we have it. This is our not Mediterranean Monday. It feels Mediterranean Monday. I could probably do some more dill. This is our McLyndsay, our burgers and fries. A little bit of, elevate it. But yeah, so what do you guys think? I'm excited. I think it smells great. It's gonna be great for, everything. So again, burgers and fries. All right, let's move on. All right. All right, so yes, not much longer we have. But that didn't really take that long. You have to take away like how long it's taking me because I'm also stopping and I'm talking and I'm like whatever. So just know it's not going to always take this long. All right, so we are going to get ready so that is our meal for tonight. So the idea is maybe you eat it and then you have some time afterwards and you want to prep for tomorrow to be already ready. But anyway, so for Friday's meal, this is the first real vegan meal I've done, and I'm making tofu. So I've already been pressing my tofu, and there's some water, so I need to rinse it out. Okay, and this tofu press, if you love tofu, I highly recommend a tofu press. And we're gonna marinate this. So this is gonna be the marinade that I always use. So I'm gonna add some garlic powder. Oh, bringing back the ketchup again. And about, 2 tablespoons of that or something like that. Might be more. I'm going to add a little bit of honey. Maybe 2 tablespoons. All these recipes are in the live. Not the live. This is the live. All the recipes are in the PDF. Some tamari. You can use coconut aminos, soy sauce. There we go. That's good. I mean, this is a marinade, guys. You don't have to be specific. I'm going to add a little bit of rice vinegar. And I think that's, and olive oil. Yeah, and that is going to be my marinade for my tofu. Oh my god, I'm out of forks. Okay. Alright, well, I use chopsticks. I mean, I mix. I guess I could use a whisk too. That probably would have been easier. And I just combine them and everything. Okay. This is awesome. I can't wait till you guys see this tofu actually. Because this, like, I make my tofu like this like all the time now. So you want to soak it, make sure it's all covered. It's actually a little bit thinner than I usually do, but I think it's still going to be really good. And that's just going to put this back in the fridge, and this is going to soak overnight. I'll do this like for a few days, but I didn't want to add too much to the rhythm. Okay, so we are about done, to be honest with you. I'm going to rinse my hand real quick. But yeah, we done for the night. So what's going to happen tomorrow? You know, like, so already we've had our, you know, Mediterranean Monday, we've had Taco Tuesday, we've had McLyndsay. You know, we have made 3 dinners from scratch, and that's a lot. And when I first made the system, I had a different cuisine like every week or every day of the week. And then I started to go through it. I was like, well, when am I going to grocery shop? Because I do not like to grocery shop on the weekends. And to have to grocery shop, then come back and to do all this, it's too much, you know? And so I also found myself, I'm like, by Thursday, I had like all these leftovers. And I'm still, as the week's going by, I'm still pulling for my dinners and creating my lunches. So even though I'm saying this is a dinner system, it's actually also a lunch system too, because I mean, one of my meals I took an extra tuna and the green beans. Like, I'm always thinking like, oh, I'm going to make a little bit extra for lunch tomorrow, you know? But yeah, so tomorrow is remix day. Basic, you know, leftover day, but we're remixing it. And I think this is going to be cool because what you're going to find is that usually combinations that you would never put together, you start putting them together. Like, for instance, tonight, this herb mayo, I'll be matching it with like the salsa or something. I probably never would have done that. Or, yeah, anyway, what else do I have? I have guacamole. I don't know. I'm going to do a little bit of everything, but you'll see. But so what you want to do is tonight is you just want to assess your leftover situation and figure out if there is anything that you do need to make. Sometimes what you need to make is the protein, you know, because we need to eat so much protein these days. I mean, we've always needed to eat a lot of protein. I don't understand why it's getting all this like attention now. So that might be what you need to do is like tomorrow you just know, okay, well, I just really need to make like a fresh protein, or maybe it's I don't know, maybe it's another carb or something, but I think you're going to be okay in the fat selection because you have all the sauces and stuff. But usually it's a protein. So just kind of have your idea in mind what you're going to do. I am going to be doing eggs, just to let you know, because it doesn't have any prep, and I'm just going to do it like that. So it's going to be eggs, and eggs go with everything. So I'm just going to have a big thing. And I'll do that on camera too. I'm going to show you how the process goes. And so tomorrow is the real system. Is I would suggest either tomorrow you go grocery shopping or Friday you go grocery shopping. That way you don't have to do it on the weekends, and that way you don't have to do it like when you're doing all this prep. So yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, hey, we were in the kitchen for a bit. Again, these are going longer than it's going to take you in the kitchen. And maybe in the beginning it does take you longer, but once you get some consistency and everything, and it's like, well, and honestly, is it really that horrible? I mean, you can really get into the flow in the kitchen, and it can be a really enjoyable experience. So, is that all I had to say today? Yep, that's all I had to say. So, thank you guys so much for joining. Again, record-breaking audience. So, but I'll be back on tomorrow, 6 p.m. for a remix night where we just kind of throw stuff together. And that will be a quick one. So, yep, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. I hope you guys learned something, and I'm really thankful for this space. So thank you so much. All right, said that enough. All right, good night.